need to get to a tier 1 city in your 20s and 30s if you can. People are going to come for me in the comments, but as being somebody who was raised in South Texas, grew up in a blue-collar family, there's the opportunities that you get in a New York City, LA, Chicago, etc. are unprecedented compared to the opportunities in, let's say, like in a tier 2 or tier 3 big city. I grew up in San Antonio. The opportunities there are great if you are, in a blue-collar field or a small business owner. They can be very affluent, but in corporate culture, tech, finance, consulting, law, legal, fields of medicine, it doesn't even equate to the opportunities. And what I mean by that is networking, right? I get into a lot of rooms and talk to a lot of people that I would never been able to at this age. One, due to my brand, but two, my proximity to others within the field that I work in. It's normal to, go to lunch, go to an event and meet a C-level executive at a Fortune 500 company. If you're in the right rooms, it's not hard to be in front of those people, network, talk to people who are also doing very well in life. And it's part of the culture in these big cities. It's not ideal. The goal is not to be living in a tier 1 city in the middle of everything in my 40s. That is not it. But no matter where life takes me, right, I will have a deep network of people. If I do go back home, if I do move out to the suburbs or anything like that, I will always have opportunities due to the proximity that I was with others here in a major tier 1 city. So highly recommend it. If you can swing it, if you don't have obligations or family responsibilities, take the risk, go for it.
Yeah, I agree if you can. We always say, it's a lot of us who've been here a while say, hey, move if you can, move if you can, because one thing is those big cities, they have the talent and they have companies that come there specifically to hire people for certain roles. For example, my hometown, Shreveport, LA, ain't that many roles there. I think the biggest company there now is GDIT. And if you can't get to GDIT, good luck getting a city job or a state job, because those jobs are not plentiful there. Those people will keep them jobs and retire there. So you'll be waiting around and then you'll be doing a job you hate, not making the money you want to make because just the opportunities are not there. And if you get it, like I said, you're going to hold on to it. Now, what he said something was pretty cool. Like while he was talking, I quickly went and Googled what are the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. Hang on, let's see right here. Oh, shout out to you, man. All right, yeah, you did great advice, man. Let's connect. Send me an email. Um, let's talk. I definitely like the stuff that you were talking about. So let's talk. I'm always trying to get new people on the platform, especially um with you being new to the field. I like to get people's fresh takes on what they experienced being a newbie, things that they liked that they did, things that they didn't expect, and so on, and how that transition is going for them to get to their end goal. So shout out to you, man. So let me share the screen real quick because I thought this was cool, and we can actually look at what is an actual tier 2 and tier 1 city. So it says the tier 1s, like he said, was the NYC, Los Angeles, Chicago, San Francisco, Washington, D.C. And their characteristics is strong international business hubs, tech, banking, high value industries, infrastructure, top tier healthcare, and educational facilities. And then the tier 2 cities are Boston, Atlanta, Seattle, Dallas, and Miami. And I agree. I don't really know far as what else makes like a tier 1 to tier 2, because I know over the last 5 to 6 years, so many companies have come to the Dallas area. They're about to get like their own Wall Street here. So it may be a tier 1 city eventually because it has the population. It's a metroplex, has a big airport. I mean, I don't know all the other things. I think it's catching up when it comes to talent as well for those jobs. I think Austin still has a bit more tech talent overall than Dallas does. But I see Austin, to me, Austin is like more of a young people's city in my experience, being there a couple of times. So it says the cost is more moderate, lower cost of living compared to tier 1. And I think that is also relative to what you actually believe is moderate, or cheap. Somebody said, "What are my thoughts on the state tech jobs?" If you can get one, cool. I mean, they may be mature, they may be immature. Immature environments are great because it shows you everything not to do, and you can help them get to a level of maturity to where now, when you want to leave, you can go say, "Hey, this is what I did. This is what I built up," and you can go somewhere else. Now, on the flip side is sometimes you didn't never learn anything. I I did consults with people who have, I'll say, like security jobs where they're not learning. They're not really doing no work. Like when it comes to scenarios and asking them questions, they can't answer them. So if you do feel like you have a job where you're not learning or you can't answer basic stuff when it comes to interviews, that's your chance to upskill and leave, because the longer you wait, the harder it will be for you to go to the next role. And you'll find yourself pretty much plateaued at whatever pay that you're at, and you're trying to get to the next level. And stuff is changing. So you gotta stay current. You gotta stay current with your skills and get better. Now, one that I found that was very interesting was this woman was saying they were unemployed for 2 years. And I just thought that was interesting. Like 2 years, like what is your major and what's your experience like?